regions, from the high desert and the great American Southwest, exclusively on Sirius XM Radio. This is Dark Matter with your host, Art Bell. Now, here's our extraterrestrial radio, baby. Welcome. This is Dark Matter. I'm Art Bell. Great to be here. Lots to do tonight. First of all, how the government. It's probably going to open again here pretty quick with the House votes. They're trying to pass the kick the can bill. That's what it is, too, the kick the can bill. Down the road so that the government can close again January 15th. The Treasury borrowing authority will end February 7th. So, kick the can bill, that's what it should be called, in my opinion. Kick the can bill. The whole thing comes for according to Standard & Poor's, $24 billion. This horse baloney cost us $24 billion. Now, what could we do with $24 billion? $24 billion is a lot of baby food. A lot of something. So just, jacking around with this cost the United States $24 billion, according to Standard & Poor's. So, where am I with this now? Well, here's kind of where I am. I actually was considering a return to Corinthians, and I'm still doing that. You know what I began getting today in the email? Now, it could be totally baloney. But it was circulating on the, oh my God, they're going to get us part of a net. Include some concentration. But circulating today were things saying that people send wires outside of the United States might be out of luck in certain banks. And, this could be right up there with the Philippines. But it is my opinion, and it's just me. But if this happens again, I know it's going to happen again. And down the road, you can see it shining there in the road, right? So it's going to happen again. If it happens again, I don't want to be in a position where I've seen it coming and I didn't act. And I almost waited that long this time. Actually contacted my bank in the Philippines to send my money to myself after. I know not everybody has the luxury to be able to do something like that on a permanent residence, so I do have that luxury. But if they're going to start freezing accounts, so baby, here's how I look at it. This is just as straightforward as you can go. If we hit all this again, it's been a few months now, and they were to stop checks to people who collect Social Security, that would be like me. By the way, JC says I'm a commie double dipper, and that I'm working. He's on my Facebook page. Anyway. If they were to stop Social Security checks to people who are disabled, assistance checks of all kinds of, money that goes out every month to people who get it. That's about 148 million people. I want you to think about that. 148 million people not getting the checks they've been dependent on every month to live. In my opinion, that would lead quite quickly and quite directly to anarchy. Serious anarchy. And if you think I'm wrong, you're welcome to tell me so, but, I would actually protect my family in the best way I could. And I would imagine we'd all do that, and I would recommend you do. Not everybody has that luxury. There are other things you can do, but I think that would happen. Again, if they were to stop all the checks that go out to all the people that need it, one way or the other, probably someone going. And I think it'd be pretty quick, don't you? Anyway, there you have it.
$24 billion of baby food gone. Thanks to Daddy. By the way, would somebody please message me on the wormhole if the House does pass this? And if they don't pass it, definitely message me. The Ghost Photo Contest, and we've got a really good one, is still on, but it's about to end. Sunday at noon, that's not when Keith generally gets up. Keith Rowan doesn't ask. Sunday at noon it ends. So if you've got a ghost photograph, you really should submit it like right now. Send it to webmaster@artbell.com. If your photograph is judged, and that'll begin next week, if your photograph is judged, the winner, you get a brand new Sirius XM radio, and you get a 1-year subscription. That's quite a bit in a bundle for a ghost picture. So again, if you have one, who knows, you could be a winner. Keith really loves posting ghost photographs, I know. So send them over. We're also doing ghost stories for Halloween, and if you haven't noticed, this is a pretty ghosty month. Lots of guests about ghosts. If you've got a ghost story, then perhaps Spooky Matters, that's our show on Halloween. Spooky Matters. Okay. Actually, it's single and plural at the same time. If you've got a ghost story, send it to me. Just a small paragraph, describing a little bit of it in your phone number, and maybe we'll call you. So send any ghost stories you want to submit to artbell.com. One more thing about the website. Keith informs me they now have bumper stickers in Arts Parts. What's Arts? That's the name of the store on the website. Bumper stickers. Dark matter. I'm really choosing to experiment with Skype. As you know, I've got to pick up here. And, I have guests all the time, and maybe tonight I'll open it for everybody when it comes time to take questions for the guests. Now, the only thing is, if you're going to call me with Skype, but first of all, don't put it down. Second of all, have a headset, a headset and a mic, or use your iPhone or something and get real close with your phone. But I'll probably open it for everybody. I don't know what, I've got all these overseas people listening. They keep sending me messages like crazy. And a few minutes ago, Taiwan. Listening to you over here in Taiwan sounds great. Well, why don't you call me? When I open a line for the international folks, where are you? I get messages from Europe, Asia, all over the world. But then when I open the lines, okay, somebody sent me a graphic earlier. And it's a well-done graphic, and it's tongue-in-cheek kind of. And the graphic says, a UFO! Quick, grab the worst camera we own. Well, that's a big, of course. People who have taken pictures of UFOs, and it really makes me angry. It's unfair, because in my opinion, 95% of the time, there's no camera at all. Now, maybe that's changing in the last few years with cameras on phones. But generally, there's no camera around at all. Certainly, that was true for most years that UFOs were about, say, the last, few. Now we've got them on the hip, right? So 95% of the time, you don't have a camera. Certainly, when I saw my big 7, I had no camera. No camera. And if I had one, I don't know that I had the sensibilities to grab it. Weird. But I'd say 95% of the time there is no camera, and you're in shock. 4% of the time, people are in shock, and they do grab their camera, but they're shaking because they're in shock. And so the picture doesn't come out as well as it might. Shake. And then the last 1% of the time, then keep people grab their camera and it's a good Nikon or something and it's high quality film and fast and everything, and they get a perfect picture of the UFO. And we get hold of it and put it up, and everybody says, oh, that's too good Photoshop for sure. Right? So there is no win, no matter how you look at it. There's no way to win in terms of pictures of UFOs. And so I understand that, but people are so brutal. The U.S. Geological Survey has recorded 7 small earthquakes with Tuesday southwest of Lake Shasta. That's potentially ungood. The earliest at just before 3 a.m. Tuesday, 3 miles west of Lake Boulevard, in Shasta Lake, or about 6.5 miles west of Interstate 5. That's an area you want to be close eye on. And then there was this, picked it up from the anomalous.com. Due to an increase in UFO reports over Peru, the government in Peru is relaunching an office it first established back in 2001, but which was inactive recently under the name of the Office of Anomalous Aerial Phenomenal Research. Peru is obviously taking the whole issue very seriously, as is the Air Force and Navy and Army. Even the police are all participating in the effort. It's a step forward in the region and the world, providing a timely and adequate response to Peru's urgent public need, I'm quoting here, regarding the unidentified flying object phenomenon. What other government do we wish would get on with something like that? But we have a government that kicks cans. That's what our government does. It kicks cans. All right, we're going to break here and with kind of and more. Actually, it's going to be a fascinating night, and I'll update you. But Rick himself will update you in a moment on that coincidental scheduling conflict. I studied history actually at Oxford University. He is a historian of all things strange. He is the founder of the Blue Orb Ghost Tours in Savannah, Georgia. How about that? Way down south in Georgia. An author and filmmaker in the UFO and paranormal genre. Tobias is currently filming Modern Hauntings with documents, eyewitness accounts, evidence, modern supernatural encounters here in America. Oh, I just got a notification, we'll continue in a moment, that Congress has just kicked the can. That's right, the House has kicked the can. I guess the Senate whacked it down the road first, and then Congress kicked the can. So we're okay until, I don't know, a month. Anyway, getting back to Tobias, that was sort of breaking news. He is told the story of a rash of UFO sightings in southern Georgia during the late 1960s and early 70s that resulted in covert Pentagon investigations. Really? Lights Over Leary also highlights President Carter's UFO sighting, you know that one, right? In Leary, Georgia, and the first interview ever granted by fellow eyewitness Fred Hart, who shares new and controversial information about the event. And moving on tonight. Also, apart from his own projects, he is currently a producer on the upcoming full theatrical release film called 701, which explores the unsolved cases from Project Blue Book, and yes, there were many, and features the writing talent of Tracy Horn from Star Trek, and UFO filmmaker James Fox, who I said will be on later. Out of the blue, I know what I saw. I read that line and used it myself so many times. I know what I saw. Tobias McGriff, welcome to Dark Matter.
Thanks, Art. Thank you for having me.
Oh, you're very welcome. First thing you need to do is clear up for everybody the, oh gosh, what should I properly call it? The coincidence, the guest scheduling coincidence that occurred. And let's do it. We originally scheduled you, Tobias, to be on with me. How long ago?
It's been Thursday, Friday? Last Thursday or Friday?
No. Well, we actually
put on the website.
Yeah, we'll get to that. But originally we scheduled you when?
Several
Weeks ago, right?
Yeah.
Then last Thursday or Friday, I believe. Monday, actually. Monday, Thursday. We put up our guest list for the coming week. And then suddenly, to my chagrin, yesterday, I found out that the other guys had suddenly slipped you in, lo and behold, one day before you were to appear here. And that led to some, I don't know, the right word for it would be angst. Anyway, we did a little thing on that last night. I had some fun with it, really, that's all it was. And people misinterpreted what happened. You gotta admit, I mean, scheduling you, that quickly and throwing you in there one day before you're gonna be on over here, that was kind of lame. But I mean, I know that you've got a publicist, and that's how it happened. And then you and I spoke, of course, before the show, but people have been sending you some, I guess, some hate mail.
Yeah, I got a little bit of that too.
So, no way they should blame it on you, no way.
Yeah, but actually, another part of the story is I was originally scheduled to go on Coast to Coast with October 22nd.
Alright, that's right. This is even more important, folks. He was originally scheduled for the 22nd, and they called your publicist and quickly switched you into just the day before we were going to have you. Is that accurate?
That's accurate, yeah. When I was listening to the show last night, I caught the info that you did, and when you used the word coincidence over and over again, the thing that kept coming into my mind was, coincidence is what you have left over when you're fine about it.
Yeah, that's right. That's right. So, over there I'm told there are no coincidences, and yet I'm sure that's how this should be explained, or attempted to be explained. Anyway, I thought it was a lame move, and the fact of the matter is you have nothing to do with it. None of this should be directed toward you at all. If they want to coach guests, then I guess they're going to do it. But when they do it, they're going to hear from me.
Yeah, it was on my end, it was very few people. There were a couple of people that had suggested my parents weren't married when they conceived me, and a couple of but I'm a big boy, I can handle it, so it's no big deal. It was an awkward situation for me as well, so.
When you're in the public eye, you got to have a thick skin.
Yeah, you're not going to get very far if you can't take a hit every now and then.
That's how I feel about it. And moreover, people wrote to me and said, "Oh, I don't have a war." I don't have wars, but I also don't turn my cheek. If somebody slaps me on the cheek, well, I slap back. I mean, that's what it is. I'm not as good a person as I should.
Well, nobody's perfect, right?
Nobody's perfect. We're all just one. All right, so anyway, it's great to have you on the program, and you did say, when I talked to you yesterday, that you were going to hold the best stuff for us, right?
The good stuff.
The good stuff, right. Well, the good stuff is the best stuff, so...
Right, yeah.
Now, it's also my understanding that you have put up a special website actually for tonight. Is that really true?
That's absolutely true. Delivered, yeah. Signed, sealed, delivered.
Can you tell them what it is now?
Yeah, you want to tell them or you want me to tell them?
I want you to tell them.
It's artbellgoodstuff.com.
Good stuff. All right. And Yeah, that was promised. Thank you, buddy. All right, so when they go to the site, what should they expect?
Well, the first is just a post by me, which they can just skip on and pass that if they want to. But the exciting things that are on here, we have the Art Bell exclusive Lights Over Leary sizzle reel. And what the folks will have a chance to see is never before released footage. We haven't put it out there. This has been the stuff that floats around for possible investors, people that we may, just give an idea of what the film is about. The narrator that we're shopping for the film, we sent him a copy. Yeah, so this is stuff that only people that are good. This is not even the trailer. This is the stuff that people who might be involved in the film would get a chance to see. So it's really more of a sizzle reel.
All right, we call it shock. Why don't we call it shock and awe? Because it is kind of shock and awe, really. I've already watched it, of course.
Oh, you have? Great. Okay, yeah. And you get to see three people interviewed. The first one is an ex-police officer. The second one is a fireman. And the last guy, who's kind of the centerpiece of this whole thing, is Fred Hart. And for anyone that is intimately familiar with Carter's sighting, and the main explanation being that he mistook Venus looking to the west, when you listen to Fred Hart's statements, just the few that we give you, and when you watch his hands, he went from being completely calm when we were doing that scene to when he started talking about the event. The cameraman, our DP, Bo Tester, he's got an eye for it. He saw it happening. Fred started fidgeting with his hands. He started getting nervous. And then he says the thing that he's never wanted to say. Because...
I'm sorry. Go ahead.
Go ahead. Well, I was just going to say, Fred says the thing he never wanted to say, and that is the object was in the east. Because he's a fan of Jimmy Carter. He's got respect for it. But you have to tell it like it is. And in the sizzle reel, you hear him say the object came from the east, not the west. And he's the last guy on the sizzle reel that you'll see.
Okay. All right, so when you take credible people like this, and I might add quite a bit older people, who are saying these things and have a sighting with President Carter, it's got to have a pretty deep meaning. I mean, by the time you get to that age, you're not out to wow anybody. You just want to tell it like it is while you can still tell it. And so it's very meaningful.
Yeah, and everybody gave me a zero chance of getting to talk to Fred Hart. They said this guy has been turning down the biggest names out there since the event occurred. No way he was going to talk to you. And so we drove to Leary, and he talked to us. But it wasn't easy. It wasn't easy to get him to do it.
Tell me about how you did that. I mean, when somebody doesn't want to open up about something like this for a lot of reasons, and I understand those reasons, I mean, public ridicule, and on and on and on and on. How do you talk into it?
Well, we rolled into Leary. We didn't call. We didn't do anything. It's about 4 hours from where I was at in Savannah. So I rode up there actually by myself. Pulled into Leary, and if you're not from the South, you may not get this, maybe you will, I don't know. But when I pulled into town, there's a peanut mill on the right, and everything happens at the peanut mill. And I saw 3 or 4 guys standing out there, and they were talking, smoking cigarettes, whatever. And so I pull in, and I know these guys are going to know where Fred Hart's at, because I don't even know where he lives. And so I pull into the parking lot, and I get out, and I walk up to him, and I say, I know this is going to sound crazy, but I'm here to talk to Fred Hart about UFO. And they looked at me as you would expect them to. And I said, he was with President Carter, right? And one guy in the group said, yeah, Fred lives just right there. And he turns around and he points to a house next to a water tower. And he said, but I don't know if he'll talk to you. And I said, well, do you think one of you guys could maybe give him a call or go with me and let me explain what I want to do? And so he said, yeah. He pulled his cell phone out, called him, and says, Fred, we got a guy here who wants to talk to you. And apparently Fred must have asked him, what's it about? And he wants to talk to you about Carter. And I couldn't hear what Fred was saying, but it went on for a couple of minutes. And finally, he says that I can come to his house. So I get in the car right over there, and I pull up into the yard. Fred is waiting for me on the porch. He looks at me, and the first thing he says to me is, are you from the government? And I said, no, I'm from Savannah. And he said, you guys have got some good shit down there. I said, yeah, we sure do. He said, are you from there? And I said, well, I'm from Alabama, but I live in Savannah. And he looked me up and down, and he said, come on in. And he turns around and opens up the screen porch at the door, and we go inside and sit down. And he tells me that he's not going to interview for anything. And I began to talk to him about the importance of the film and something he didn't know. And this is the one thing that even folks like Don Smith or the Roswell expert, even he wasn't familiar with the breadth of the sightings of Leary. And I lay it out for Fred about exactly how big this thing was, and just let him know that you're not the only one in this. And it's also a piece that's going to go into the history books because it involves the president. And so what I got him to do first was to tell me the story off camera, no pressure, sitting in his living room. And when we got to the end of it, after about 2 hours, he finally agrees to do it. He tried backing out on me 2 or 3 different times before we finally got down there. And when we finally interviewed him and filmed him, I said, is there anything I can do for you for your time, whatever, because you don't take things. I mean, is there anything I can do for you? He said, the next time you come through here, bring me some of those shrimp. So I still owe Fred a bag of shrimp. But we had to go through several phone calls. He wanted to back out a few times. And I finally asked him, I said, why did you finally agree to talk about this? And to your point, he said, because I'm old enough now that I don't give a damn what anybody thinks.
Yes, you do get there. I'm there now. I'll just let it rip. I don't care. And that does happen with age. I guess when you're younger, you think about, I better not do this, I better not do that, or something will happen. You just don't care. So, I guess we have to wait until he gets on and let him explain his own sighting. What do you think? Or do you want to describe what you saw?
Well, I guess James would be coming on later. Fred people can look at Fred's testimony through the actual, through the video or the sizzle reel that we have up. But yeah, Fred's take on the whole thing.
Would you rather just have it or James, as I must say?
Oh, well, yeah, James is loosely affiliated with this film, but he's intimately involved in 701, so I'd probably be the better one to describe what Fred had to say. James,
all right.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah. So he says that they, most of the common story is they're leaving a Lions Club meeting, and what's really going on is they're actually leaving a lunchroom, a cafeteria, that's second as a Lions Club meeting place. And Jimmy Carter, who is not a governor, not a president at the time, is down there to try to drum up members for the Lions Club. Sure. So they've been running around all afternoon trying to do it, and Fred said they weren't able to get anybody to join. So President Carter says, Jimmy at the time, he says he wanted to go back to the cafeteria because there was a woman in town that was famous for her fried chicken. So he wants to make sure they get back in time to do that. So they go back to the cafeteria, and they're starting to walk in the door, but everyone else is already in there. And they look to the east, and they see this large object about 2 or 3 miles off the ground. He says that it was changing colors. It looked to be luminous, not solid, but it moves with the characteristics of a solid, which is to say, liquid would, I guess, slosh around would be the best word to use. But he said it was moving like a solid, but it was built like a liquid. It was changing colors. He said it stayed there for about 10 minutes, which does line up with what President Carter had said throughout the years. Right. He said we were transfixed looking at this thing. And, President Carter had said, he's given a couple of different numbers as far as how many people were standing on the steps looking at this object. And Fred said that there were less than 10. And they were going in there trying to get people to come out and look at this thing. And no one came out there to see. It was just no one came out there to see.
That's impossible to believe. I mean, if you run in and say, my God, a UFO, people move.
I'm with you. Anyway, he said, I don't know, maybe the fried chicken is that good. I don't know. But they ran back in there and no one would come out and look at this thing. And so they walked off the steps away from the rest of the crowd, and they're looking at the sky, hang there for 10 minutes total, and it begins to move away very fast. And he said, then it dissipates. It was as if it just lost its form and it was completely gone. And I said, well, and I talked to him about Venus, and he had no idea. that the rest of the world, I mean, you're talking about a guy that doesn't even own a computer. He had no idea that the rest of the world thought the object came from the west. He had no idea that the rest of the world thought, or they tried to explain it away as Venus. And so when he heard that, he was almost offended that people were saying that. He said, I've been living here my whole life, and I know what Venus looks like, and Venus is over there. And he points to where, Venus would get southwest, western sky, roughly where Venus would be. And he said, I know east from west. And he seemed very offended, and the whole crux of this thing is that now that cafeteria has actually been destroyed. And the new Leary water tower sits where the cafeteria used to be. Graham Hart lived literally less than 50 yards away from that water tower, from where the sighting occurred, ever since the sighting happened. And one of the things that he said that really kind of got me was, and sometimes I go out on my back porch and I look at the sky and I wish that I could see it again. I mean, this is a man that's lived through a lot of seasons, a lot of moons, a lot of Venuses. I mean, this is a guy that's been on that back porch quite a bit, and he's never seen anything like it before since.
Tobias, you said that they described it as disintegrating. Disintegrating. I mean, that's kind of saying it disappeared. Perhaps it disappeared slowly, but it disappeared.
Yeah, that would be an accurate way of what he was really saying. Yeah. And it was making me feel, and I said, is it fair to say it was making it maneuvers? I was trying not to deceive him, but I was also trying to articulate what he was trying to say to me. Is it fair to say that it was making movements that traditional aircraft would not be able to do? And he said, well, airport's just right over there. And he said, I've seen aircraft all kinds of them fly over this place for 30, 40 years, and I can tell you it doesn't like any aircraft I've ever seen.
You've got to wonder if once Jimmy Carter got into office, presidents really, people will argue with me about this, that they can pretty much demand to see whatever they want to see. And I wonder if Carter, based on his experience, some of these objects that you just described, did make that demand when he got into office.
Well, he made some pretty bold claims about what he was going to do as far as disclosure was concerned when he got into office. They weren't maybe as bombastic as what a National Enquirer had reported, but he did make comments to several credible people, to the Washington Post. He was adamant about his sighting, he took up to it, and he said that if he was to get into office, he would make the information publicly available if it was there to be had. And it never came to be, and a lot of people have kind of called him the cat. In fact, it was, I think it was Thomas Hyman, if I'm not mistaken. He works with the UFO Center somewhere in Wisconsin, and he actually grabbed him in the interview, and he asked him point blank, he said, would you reveal it on a public basis? And Carter said, yes, I would.
I'm sure that our government has information on UFOs, but it's not released. Lots and lots of information. It's just my opinion, biased, but I think they got a ton of it.
Well, I tell you, between this film and researching what was going on in Leary and the 701 film, I've had the opportunity to actually get around some of these folks, even military officials and diplomats from South America who are very open about the subject. In the United States, you have to talk to these guys after all the time. And in South America, you can talk to guys, while they're still active duty. They're very open, compared to us. And, absolutely, there is, something that's going on. And, speaking of James Fox, his father was a very talented interviewer. He interviewed for Rolling Stone. He interviewed Stephen Hawking several times. And James used to take care of his own guy. He had MS. And so he would take him to these interviews and ultimately changes down into going for the interview. And James was really trying to get Carter to go on the record and make good on his promise with his post-presidency. And Carter was signing books one day. And James and his father were close to what was going to be going on. And so he really got out of the chance to me, but he kind of like a wonderful guy. He gets it. And so they go to the book signing, and his dad is saying, Jimmy Carter, everybody's an answer, and he's comes out, he walks over straight to James's phone, shakes his hand, asking how he's doing, gets straight into his messages, and James's father's eyes, 7 or 8 books. And because, President Carter's signing them, so he wants him to have to sign as many books as he will to keep him there in front of him. So he waits in line and he gets to the front of the line, and President Carter's signing like 7 or 8 books. And James is in the back and also has a hand up on President Carter. And James's father asked him, bluntly about the weird signing, about UFO disclosure, about coming clean about what, they may or may not know. And James has related to me that it was some sort of trigger went off, and he said the President Carter's face, the countenance completely changed. Like he just glossed over. He looked around, glossed over, and was completely withdrawn after that statement. Like as if he had been trained to have that response.
Well, as if they had given him the talk.
Exactly, yes, the talk, for sure.
You're in trouble, right?
I'm enjoying it, yeah, I'm enjoying it.
Okay, Bob, we're going to take a brief break, and this one's for you. You don't stop down there. Yes, everybody. My guest is Tobias McGill. I'm talking about some pretty interesting stuff. How about somebody who was a witness along with President Jimmy Carter? Now, the website to go to is one Tobias set up on the fly, pretty quickly actually, called artwellgoodstuff.com. And this has not been seen before. I mean, tonight is the first time anybody out in the world is seeing it, right, guys?
Absolutely correct. We never released it publicly. And, there's other stuff on it as well. There's a free download of the book for Savannah Shadow, the PDF.
You're allowing a free download of your book?
Yeah, we've actually never done that. We've the number 3, number 4 spot in Paris Psychology, something on Amazon for mostly just June, when it came out last year, June 2020. So it's done very well, and we've never given a free download, so it is a PDF file, but the great thing about the PDF file is just the original mock-up that was done before it was ever sent to the actual printer. And the person that did this the layout for the book was Rebecca Lyson. Now, she's the one who did the Jameson Black label. She's the head designer at Barnes & Noble. She also did some of the artwork for the Broadway show Wicked, which most people are familiar with. So that's that original mock-up that no one ever gets to see. It's the stuff that happened before it actually went to the printer, so you get to see the good, the bad, and the ugly. But yeah, so it's a free download. We have some behind-the-scenes stuff posted there from the 701 shoot, and something I think maybe the listeners probably would really enjoy is Anne Russell. She brought up the recollection Polaroids from his incident. She actually brought the originals up there. And so we obviously put photos of the originals, but you also get to see her showing them to people on set. She came out wrapping this, this very secure, plastic, and she was very hesitant to come out with them. James had the culture and coming up there. She's very protective of them because their son has been missing for almost 30 years. So she brings those up there, you get to see those behind-the-scenes shots. You also get to see UFO articles about 2,000 that we dug up on the Leary side of it that set the precedence where it was, rational knowledge. So we had to dig these out by hand. We had to go through Albany Hill and other places, and we had to pull these out one at a time, going through micro, going through. I know we did have help from the archivists that they had to go through, it was valuable. But we painstakingly pulled out from 1969 to 1975 all of the sightings that were going on in Georgia. And, a friend of mine who's a researcher here named Mark Eggers, he was the one that kind of turned me on to the Leary sighting. But it was in doing that we realized it was a rational sighting. And what I think is so interesting is that we have established about when Carter actually saw the sighting. In his report, I think he lists it as October 1969. we've been able to confirm that it was actually January 6th, 1969. And that means that his sighting was the first in what would then become a rash over 3 dozen sightings with 8. We have 8 pages. I mean, an Excel spreadsheet. I mean, you know how many people fit on an Excel spreadsheet. We have 8. We have 8 pages of witnesses from a 5-year rash of sightings, and President Carter's sighting was the first one. It was the keystone that started all the rest of them. I don't know if there's anything to that, but I think it's very interesting.
All right, staying on topic of UFOs, you've got an upcoming full theatrical release called 701. Why? What does 701 mean?
Well, 701 is Project Blue Book obviously is the government's effort to look into UFO sightings. So the 2 main things they were looking for is to determine if UFOs were a threat to our national security. And they also wanted to scientifically analyze any data. Well, they end up collecting about over 12,000 UFO cases. When they get to the end of this thing, and it's what, 17 years, 52 to 69 is when it was discontinued. So in 17 years, they go through over 12,000 cases. When they get to the end of that list, they've got 701 cases that they can't put anything to that would explain away. But here's the key point. It's not for a lack of evidence. The evidence was there to analyze, but there were still 701 cases that they could not wipe off the books. And
why is that? You can say swamp gas 701 times.
You're absolutely right, you can. And most people look at Project Blue Book as a farcical project anyway. It was never meant to be a serious study into disclosure. It was more of a smokescreen, if you will. But when they get to the end of this thing, along the way, there were some people that actually, I think, were in it for the right reasons. And they were not willing to write them off as having any sort of credible explanation. And you end up with 701 cases that were not closed for various reasons. So, that's noteworthy. I mean, for a project that, it was the one that came after Project Grudge and Clark. And Blue Book was supposed to be, the project that was going to set all these things to rest. And
I mean, wow, but I mean, it's not going to ever be resting. Look at what I read at the beginning of the program. We've got a whole country, now, officially signing on to essentially something much more meaningful than Blue Book. Where are we?
Yeah, exactly. And South America also seems to be the hit, especially. Basically every place in the United States, basically every place you can go, there is this element of disclosure with a capital D. And what I say time and time again throughout the making of the film is people, kind of inputting what they think is going to be revealed and what's going to happen in the States is don't look for disclosure in capital D, look for disclosure in the small D. Well, just that the anecdotal stories don't work. I mean, think about what you said earlier. It's either too good or it's not good enough. Is it categorized as anecdotal? And so what happens is that the conduct of evidence continues to build, it continues to be more compelling. And finally, I think that there's going to be this general attitude, I think it's good, almost here, where you have a general attitude that people have accepted that yes, Americans visited by the side. Yes, there's coming from the off planet, what their motivations are, who knows. But you find more and more and more people willing to accept that that has to be not only a possibility, but accountability. And so it's not going to happen in one flash moment where everybody comes to this realization that the conversation is short and fast, going in the White House. And I don't even know if I would do it.
I'm not sure either. Everybody was trying to be citizen.
Yeah, I mean, people are so, desensitized to some of the things that we present and what we see every day. So I think people are looking for disclosure with immunity, which is to say, they'll give us the comments of evidence that will get stronger and stronger, harder and harder to refute, and then finally you'll have a generation of people growing up just from the very beginning believing that, oh yeah, absolutely, we're going to get a physical mental health. for sure.
Now the 6 years, we're kind of short on time in a way, but we are and we're not. And that is to say, we've got somebody yet to bring on. I want to talk to you a little about the paranormal. And I know that you come from a background as an engineer with AT&T and then turned into a full-time researcher in paranormal. And that's pretty crazy. How do you go from engineer to researcher in paranormal? Tell me about this.
Well, I actually went from being extremely interested in the paranormal to having become my field. And so that's why I ended up an engineer. So,
Oh, okay. So in other words, it was a hobby to begin with.
Yeah.
And then you began to solve for that.
yeah, exactly. I took a job as an over-the-road truck driver just so I could get into these different cities where I could actually research this stuff, which is when I was most interested. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, I mean, driving through the desert at night, looking out the window, or, driving through, New Orleans and making a stop, I started sleeping. I kind of like spend my time going to these locations, and I wasn't misusing the company's resources. I was doing it my own time. But, I mean, the design has always been there. And, I did this for, over a decade, 15 years before I ever started the anything that might have any shape, form, or fashion compensating for it. It's the thing I would do for free. And so I went into engineering because I was had a knack for it. It was doing these technology boom in Atlanta. And so they were hiring mostly just anybody. And so I got on the ground floor of the ESL technology class process anyway. And I helped implement that. But every time I was a guy who was using my vacation time in January. Because as soon as it rolled around, I was planning these trips and going to these places. And so then I just always kept calling to me. Every time I went there was something. Something on it.
You are in town, of course, as you just mentioned, and it advertises itself as America's most haunted city. How does the title come from? Why?
It came from the American Institute of Parapsychology in 2002, and I think their own research has something internal that as well. And they were basing it on field investigations from people that they deemed as credible. They were basing it on reports that were submitted to them by individuals that were saying that they were having instances of harm. They put Savannah's history up against what is the common belief behind the Facebook example. And they did that with, a dozen cities or more. The ones you would expect, Salem, Gettysburg, New Orleans, those guys. And at the end of the day, the American Institute said that Savannah had more of the things that I just listed than any other city. So
Because you're an investigator in America's most haunted city. What have you personally seen, Tobias, in the paranormal realm? I'm sure you've been all over the place as you just covered for us. And it's kind of fun to get people's eyewitness testimony. So